Clean as you like, Sepriu takes the place. Fighting Eagle kept pushing and finally broke through. That move gives them cleaner air now, and that can be worth a lot. And through goes Sepriu. They are up to position 1. That is the move done for Modal. Clean start so far, Sepriu has the road and Modal is right there. The car ahead had no answer once the gap opened. Modal picked the moment well and made it stick. Lights out on Industrial, Sepriu gets the jump. And through goes Modal. Up to position 1. That was pressure turned into position by Fighting Eagle. Limp Bizkit moves up to position 5, nicely done. We are away on Industrial, Modal leads them through the opening stretch. Good launch from Modal, no drama at the front yet. That move gives them cleaner air now, and that can be worth a lot. Modal hooks it up nicely, Ziggy Goodspan settles in behind. That was a tidy start, Modal gets exactly what they needed. The pack is still bunched up, this could get messy quickly. Not much breathing room out there, they are all stacked together. Clean start so far, Modal has the road and Ziggy Goodspan is right there. We are away on Industrial, Modal leads them through the opening stretch. Good launch from Modal, no drama at the front yet. Tight start here, nobody has really escaped yet. Sepriu gets it done, lovely move. That was a tidy start, Modal gets exactly what they needed. They were close enough early, so the move was always coming. Sepriu picked the moment well and made it stick. They had the better exit there, that move was coming. Strong sector from Modal, that looked sharp. Modal is shaping this up nicely. That looked like the car was fighting them mid-corner. Modal gets a little untidy. Ziggy Goodspan is starting to pull this race apart. Fighting Eagle loses out and falls to position 4. Not the best sector for Modal, time goes missing. Limp Bizkit is through, that one looked decisive. Modal forced the issue there and got the reward. Ziggy Goodspan is tucked in behind Modal, that gap is useful. Modal is not making life easy for Ziggy Goodspan. Not a disaster, but that will hurt the next straight. This race is heating up, Ziggy Goodspan has Modal in sight. The gap ahead is down to plus 1.11 seconds, Ziggy Goodspan is coming. Modal is making this look very controlled. That move gives them cleaner air now, and that can be worth a lot. That was not desperate, just well timed. Ziggy Goodspan gets some space, that could help a lot. Limp Bizkit picked the moment well and made it stick. Ziggy Goodspan gets away with one there. This is where defensive driving can start costing lap time. And through goes Dimon 88. Up to position 3. Modal is getting comfortable out front, dangerous sign for the rest. Move made, Limp Bizkit was not waiting around. Fighting Eagle drops to position 5, that hurts. They need to settle down quickly before this turns into a bigger slide. They will be annoyed with that, because the momentum has gone as well. Fighting Eagle kept pushing and finally broke through. That was not desperate, just well timed. They got close enough early and the pass became inevitable. That was pressure turned into position by Ziggy Goodspan. Ziggy Goodspan will not love that corner, a bit messy. Move made, Sepriu was not waiting around. Sepriu gets it done, that was decisive. Ziggy Goodspan loses a bit through sector 1. The front two are locked together now. Ziggy Goodspan is coming back at them now. Sepriu was not waiting around there. Modal is making this look very controlled. That is better from Sepriu, up 47.772 seconds. The danger for the rest is that the leader is now controlling the tempo. They were right on the limit under braking there. That was a good sector from Sepriu, very clean. Limp Bizkit is through, that one looked decisive. The front end had a lot of work to do there. Ziggy Goodspan is asking plenty from the tires there. Ziggy Goodspan is already asking questions, gap ahead is plus 2.59 seconds. Ziggy Goodspan drops time in sector 3. No panic from Modal, just clean execution. Small errors matter when the gaps are this tight. Ziggy Goodspan is coming back at them now. Ziggy Goodspan is carrying 65 km per hour, that is solid pace. Gaps are shrinking now, this could wake up quickly. This is not over at the front, Ziggy Goodspan is keeping Modal honest. Dimon 88 loses out and falls to position 5. That move gives them cleaner air now, and that can be worth a lot. Plenty happening in the pack, Ziggy Goodspan needs a clean run. Ziggy Goodspan is up by 49.715 seconds, good improvement. Modal leads, but Ziggy Goodspan is close enough to be annoying. Ziggy Goodspan is having to defend now, Modal is right there. This midfield group is not giving anyone space. Good lap from Ziggy Goodspan, 123.221 on the board. The car just did not settle on entry. Limp Bizkit moves up to position 4, nicely done. This could be a serious lap from Ziggy Goodspan. They were close enough early, so the move was always coming. Ziggy Goodspan is trying to drag this back now. That corner put a lot through the car, 0.15 G for Ziggy Goodspan. Ziggy Goodspan is stuck in the dirty work now. Modal is getting comfortable out front, dangerous sign for the rest. Nice recovery from Ziggy Goodspan, they are moving again. That looked like the car was fighting them mid-corner. And through goes Dimon 88. They are up to position 5. Modal leads lap 5, Ziggy Goodspan is only plus 6.20 seconds back. Ziggy Goodspan will not love that corner, a bit messy. Fighting Eagle picked the moment well and made it stick. The danger for the rest is that the leader is now controlling the tempo. That was not desperate, that was nicely set up. Ziggy Goodspan is carrying 40 km per hour, that is solid pace. Good judgment, not too aggressive, just enough. They will feel that one, even if it only costs a tenth or two. The front two are locked together now. Ziggy Goodspan really had to stand on the brakes there. That is the move done for Limp Bizkit. Small errors matter when the gaps are this tight. No panic from Modal, just clean execution. Ziggy Goodspan keeps it neat through that section. That one goes against Limp Bizkit, down to position 3. Model is not making life easy for Ziggy Goodspan. That looked like the car was fighting them mid-corner. The danger for the rest is that the leader is now controlling the tempo. That was tidy from Seprayu, no wasted movement. Ziggy Goodspan has found 64.850 seconds, nice gain. Ziggy Goodspan is on a quick one here. The car just did not settle on entry. Model is starting to pull this race apart. Ziggy Goodspan has nailed Sector 2. That is a clean pass from Limp Bizkit. This midfield group is not giving anyone space. That was all about the exit, they got the drive and made it stick. They will be annoyed with that, because the momentum has gone as well. There is a fight brewing here, Limp Bizkit is closing on Model. That little bit of space lets them drive their own race now. It is not dramatic, but it does break the rhythm. Limp Bizkit is up by 17.442 seconds, good improvement. Model has track position, but Limp Bizkit is not letting go. Limp Bizkit is making something out of this race. Ziggy Goodspan is through, that one looked decisive. Seprayu gets it done, that was decisive. Traffic ahead for Ziggy Goodspan, this is where patience matters. This is recovery mode now for Ziggy Goodspan. Clean air makes a big difference when the car is already in rhythm. Model is making this look very controlled. Limp Bizkit loses out and falls to position 3. Ziggy Goodspan loses time on lap 7. No cars in the way now for Ziggy Goodspan. Big braking moment for Ziggy Goodspan, but they keep it together. This is the range where Ziggy Goodspan can start thinking about a move. Ziggy Goodspan has dropped pace there. Ziggy Goodspan keeps it neat through that section. Seprayu forced the issue there and got the reward. Model leads, but Ziggy Goodspan is close enough to be annoying. Model is making this look very controlled. That was tidy from Seprayu, no wasted movement. That gives Seprayu some breathing room. Seprayu has opened enough of a gap to settle down. They got close enough early and the pass became inevitable. It is not dramatic, but it does break the rhythm. That was pressure turned into position by Ziggy Goodspan. Limp Bizkit picked the moment well and made it stick. They had the better exit there, that move was coming. This is turning into a proper fight between Model and Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit keeps it neat through that section. Good judgment, not too aggressive, just enough. Seprayu is shaping this up nicely. Seprayu is coming back at them now. Seprayu finally has clean air, now we see the real pace. That was not desperate, just well timed. Small errors matter when the gaps are this tight. That was a wobble, and it costs them. Seprayu has dropped pace there. That is better from Seprayu, up 35.925 seconds. No panic from Model, just clean execution. Seprayu is shaping this up nicely. Seprayu has a little clean air now. The car behind is close enough to force decisions now. Seprayu has found 10.931 seconds, nice gain. Ziggy Goodspan gets it done, that was decisive. This is turning into a proper fight between Model and Ziggy Goodspan. Ziggy Goodspan is carrying 192 km per hour, that is solid pace. Clean air makes a big difference when the car is already in rhythm. Seprayu is climbing back through the order. Seprayu is making something out of this race. The front two are locked together now. This could be a serious lap from Seprayu. The car behind is close enough to force decisions now. Seprayu is getting close now, the gap is plus 8.23 seconds. That is the move done for Ziggy Goodspan. The gap ahead is down to plus 6.43 seconds, Ziggy Goodspan is coming. The danger for the rest is that the leader is now controlling the tempo. Limp Bizkit was not waiting around there. Big braking moment for Ziggy Goodspan, but they keep it together. Ziggy Goodspan keeps it neat through that section. Ziggy Goodspan has pace, but traffic is killing the flow. This is not over at the front, Ziggy Goodspan is keeping Modal honest. Seprayu drops to position 2, that hurts. Seprayu is trying to drag this back now. Seprayu has found pace at the right time. That move gives them cleaner air now, and that can be worth a lot. At the front it is Modal, with Seprayu keeping the pressure alive. No cars in the way now for Seprayu. And through goes Ziggy Goodspan. They are up to position 2. That was not the lap Ziggy Goodspan needed. Ziggy Goodspan is trying to drag this back now. Once that gap opens, it becomes much harder to apply pressure. Ziggy Goodspan has opened enough of a gap to settle down. Ziggy Goodspan can smell a chance here, plus 13.37 seconds is nothing. Ziggy Goodspan looks settled here, speed is 33 km per hour. This is good positioning from Ziggy Goodspan, right behind Modal. No cars in the way now for Ziggy Goodspan. Ziggy Goodspan is coming back at them now. They made that happen by staying close through the previous section. Seprayu has found 22.110 seconds, nice gain. Traffic ahead for Seprayu, this is where patience matters. They will feel that one, even if it only costs a tenth or two. That is a brave place to brake late, but it has to be precise. Seprayu has opened enough of a gap to settle down. Seprayu gets a bit untidy there. Ziggy Goodspan moves up to position 2, nicely done. This is turning into a proper fight between Modal and Ziggy Goodspan. Nice recovery from Ziggy Goodspan, they are moving again. Big speed from Ziggy Goodspan, 134 km per hour through there. This is good positioning from Ziggy Goodspan, right behind Modal. Ziggy Goodspan is carrying 113 km per hour, that is solid pace. Seprayu is tucked in behind Modal, that gap is useful. There is a fight brewing here, Seprayu is closing on Modal. That corner put a lot through the car, 0.04 G for Seprayu. This is recovery mode now for Seprayu. This is turning into a proper fight between Modal and Seprayu. Seprayu is stuck in the dirty work now. No correction, no wasted movement, that is exactly what you want. Traffic ahead for Seprayu, this is where patience matters. Only 2 laps remain, no room for hesitation now. They will feel that one, even if it only costs a tenth or two. Seprayu is close enough, one chance may be all they get. You can see the pace difference building sector by sector. Heavy stop from Seprayu, the car is loaded at 2.15 G. Seprayu drops time in sector 1. Seprayu versus Modal, this is getting tasty. Seprayu is holding a podium spot for now. Seprayu keeps it neat through that section. Modal still has control, but Seprayu is not gone yet. Modal leads lap 12, Seprayu is only plus 12.64 seconds back. This is the range where Seprayu can start thinking about a move. Seprayu loses a bit through sector 2. Seprayu is sitting in the tow now. That gap is shrinking, Seprayu is coming alive. Small mistake from Seprayu, nothing huge but it matters. This is exactly what the leader wants, no traffic and no interruptions. Small errors matter when the gaps are this tight. This is where mistakes get expensive. At this point it is about discipline, not heroics. Podium slips away from Seprayu. They do not need to rush it, the speed is already there. This is where pressure starts to change the race. Gaps are shrinking now, this could wake up quickly. This midfield group is not giving anyone space. There is a fight brewing here, Seprayu is closing on Modal. That gap is opening now, Modal has found rhythm. The gap ahead is down to, Seprayu is coming. Modal takes the win, clean and controlled.